Stringer Bell just finished up what is undoubtedly the greatest season a linebacker has ever had in college football, leading his team in tackling, catching an unbelievable 44 interceptions, and locking down the Heisman Trophy. He took the Oregon Ducks to a thrilling national title win. He had planned to stay in college for all 4 years, but he realized there really wasn't anything more for him to accomplish there, and he would be a near surefire #1 pick in the draft. And that spot was solidified after he dominated the NFL Combine, including running a 4.4 40 at 6'7". The lucky team that ended up drafting him #1 overall was the Chicago Bears, and Stringer is looking to dominate the NFC North from the jump. Be sure to like and comment on the video, and let's get right into Stringer's rookie season. Alright boys, it is time for Stringer's first game in the NFL, let's get it. And we are finally playing on a game that has a decent camera angle to play a linebacker, as Stringer picks up the first tackle of his career there. One thing that I want to see in the NFL is for Stringer to become a better tackler, and we are going to see that here. He kills the Titans tight end. Tennessee has been putting a pretty good drive together, but here on third down, they're going play action, and Stringer's trying to get into the backfield, will help out with a sack, and that's a nice start for this defense. At the start of Stringer's career in the pros, he's going to be playing like a little bit more of a prototypical linebacker. For now, he's just going to focus on playing his part on this team, learn the system, and eventually, hopefully, we can put some big numbers up. And this has definitely been a defensive game. We headed the fourth quarter up 7-3, and Stringer has yet to make a really big play, but he's going to do it here. For some reason, Levis threw the drag, and Stringer is all over that for the first pick of his NFL career, taking it to the bank and potentially putting this game away. Let's go. That's the Stringer Bell we know from college. The Titans still have a little bit of time though, and Stringer sitting in man coverage there almost baits up the out route for the pick six. That would have been nice. That'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. Hopefully we can find a way to clutch up down near the goal line, as Stringer is going to make a tackle actually got broken out of. So here we go, 4th and 3 for the game. The Titans don't have a lot of time anyway, and they're just gonna go over the middle and get a touchdown. I should have baited up that out route just a little bit better. Not quite over yet, but Titans going for 2 here, and Stringer will get the running back in the backfield. There we go. Just need offense to kill a minute 20, and they do. The Bears are gonna get their first dub of the season, as this definitely was not a masterclass by the Bears offense, but Stringer did his thing. 6 total tackles, 2 for loss, half a sack, and a pick six. That's a pretty good debut. So now we got the Texans, and I'm hoping we can get another win. If we could make the playoffs with the Bears, that'd be great. Bears defense been looking good. Stringer split out wide here against the running back, and they're throwing it up to him. Stringer looks like Nick Sabaka Jr. out here, getting the second pick of his career. We had a deep zone over top, so I'm kind of surprised he threw it, but we will take what we can get. And how about a 10-point lead to start this game off? I definitely don't think we're going to be putting up crazy numbers like we did in the Nick Sabaka Jr. series. I'm going to be more focused on playing fundamental football, but you just never know. We might really figure out how to bait stuff up. The tackle numbers have not been great today. I'm a little bit slow on my run reactions right now. I would love to get Stringer another pick before we're out of here, and I thought that was going to be it, dude. We almost got a pawn there, but it's going to be a completion. So not a great look for Stringer, but here on first down, he's going to find his way into the backfield and get the tackle for loss. And just like that, we're headed to the 4th quarter. Defense has got to find a way to finish the job here. Let's go get a goal line stop, man. Okay, on third down, for some reason, they got Stringer in a 3-point stance, and they're going to go with a pass. There's nothing we can do about that. So we might need offense to do a little something for us. And Caleb Williams and the boys deliver. Let's go. So now we can just try to bait stuff up, but they're going to go in route here, and dude is going to get wide open. Somehow this will turn into a touchdown. Probably won't matter, but still not great. We survive Houston though, and sitting at 2-0. I'm not feeling too bad. Better day from the offense, and another good game from Stringer. Once again, only 1 interception, but we'll take that at this point in his career. And next up, Stringer will take on Anthony Richardson and the Colts. I have a feeling Anthony Richardson's going to be running a little bit today. Hopefully Stringer can shut that down, but he'll lose his first tackle battle with dude. We got to work on the tackling for sure. The first drive has not been ideal for this defense, and Jonathan Taylor's going to punch it in for a touchdown. Honestly, that's like one of the first times this defense has looked really bad this season. But hey, offense coming through and responding. We love to see that. I think our problems so far have just been that the Colts are a more run-heavy offense, and Stringer's just not super good at dealing with that. He has really struggled to get off blocks, and when he has gotten chances at tackles, he's gotten shed off easily. Gotta try to get these boys into passing situations, and we will get him to 3rd and 5. Gotta keep Richardson in the pocket on this play, as I'm watching out for slants, and oh dude, I should have seen that hitch coming. So the Colts drive continues, and Richardson's gonna try to scramble up the middle again here. This time Stringer gets the better of him. Looks like Anthony is not really one for sliding, as sitting in man coverage, oh that should have been a pick. And these guys are actually gonna go for the 4th down. I'm expecting a run from this formation, and that's just what we're gonna get. We stop Taylor in the backfield. That's big. We're actually gonna come out of that half on top, so not too bad. Richardson's gonna keep the ball here, and Stringer trying to lay a hit on him, but misses, and Richardson gets up out of there. Dude, nothing but green grass ahead of him. Somehow this will be a touchdown. And Stringer just straight up does not look strong right now. But hey, another touchdown from offense. They've been great today. So we've got a chance to end the game on defense. Let's go get it. Stringer will start it out with a tackle. The Colts are finally going to have to pass it consistently, and going with a hitch here. Stringer reads it beautifully, and this is going to go back to the crib for a game-winning pick. Come on, man. It's been an up and down game for Stringer, but he's going to come through when it counts, making another big play and establishing himself as a guy you can count on in the clutch. There are definitely still things for our guy to work on, but he has proven himself as a #1 overall pick. May have had a few broken tackles, but he still came through with 7 on the day, as well as, of course, the clutch pick 6. And he's got the Bears sitting at 3-0. So heading into a game against the Rams, we're 3-0, but this one looks like it might be tough. They started out with a quick touchdown. And offense hasn't been having a great day, but thankfully they do get a touchdown to start out the third quarter. So this could be another game that goes down to the wire, but apart from that one touchdown, defense has done a great job of getting stops. Offense not able to do anything though, and with 2.5 minutes left, we're gonna have to come up with one last stop. Stringer has been quiet all day. Can he come through for his team again? Looks like they're actually going with the running game here. Just like that, we're at the 2-minute warning, and on second down, the Rams are just gonna have to throw it away. Okay, so chance for another big time stop from this defense. They're just going with a little high-low, but finding the other side. Man, I gotta figure out a better way to bait those routes up. I think we should be playing a little bit lower. I've just been scared to give up big plays. Now the Rams are just about in field goal range, and going with that same play here. I didn't do a great job of baiting it up, but we'll get the sack in the backfield. Let's go. So play of the game here on third down. Gotta protect the sticks, and Stringer's man is running a curl route. He's on it, but they find the other side. Oh man, that's killer. Now they almost definitely are in field goal range, and this run is definitely gonna put him in there. We're gonna have to start using our timeouts. When we get him to third down, it's possible we could see a pass come out here, but no, looks like they're just gonna run it again, and Stringer was on the cutback, but didn't square him up and gives up the first down. That'll end the game. Well, to be fair, the Rams do still have to kick the field goal, and are they passing the ball here? Dude, I thought they were. I'm gonna go ahead and use our last timeout just cause. Maybe we can find a way to force a fumble or something, but nope, it's gonna be third down. Maybe the sim will mess up and it'll send us to overtime, and that is exactly what happens. Let's go. Now we've got a chance to steal one. Gotta take advantage, and Stringer's trying to bait up one of these crosser routes, but dude, they're gonna go to Cup again. They've been killing us on that other side. We need Stringer to make a play, dude. He hasn't really done much of anything all day, and baiting up the curl route, he's gonna get it, and this is gonna be potentially a game-winning pick 6. Just gotta beat the quarterback, and Stringer will do it. Are you kidding me, man? A game-winning play in the 4th game of his NFL career. Unbelievable. And so we somehow are headed to 4-0 on the season. The boy just keeps saving his big plays for the best moments, and we've been getting a lot of XP, so slowly boosting up that overall. I am honestly shocked we've started out the season this well, but straight up, this defense has been elite. I don't know what Bryce Young's trying to throw over there, but we'll take it. We have had kind of a common theme where the start of these games have been really boring and Stringer's made plays late. I'm hoping he can have a game soon where he just goes crazy from the jump. The good news is offense is having a much better day, and we've got a solid 2-score lead in the third quarter. If we could just force one turnover, it would pretty much end this game. Carolina has gone kind of run heavy. We definitely haven't been stuffing them, but doing a good enough job of slowing them down has been killing a lot of clock. And just like that, we're headed to the 4th quarter. These 5-minute quarters go by so fast. We do have a third down here, and Stringer trying to get in there, and somehow through the blocker makes the tackle, and they're gonna mark him short. Wow. I feel like they're gonna go for this in the sim, and no, they must have missed a field goal or something. So we're in a really good spot now. Carolina's gonna have to pass the ball now, and Stringer sitting out here in man coverage is going to get tried, and we'll get the pick, and this is gonna be another pick 6. Once again, dude, Stringer has just been a 4th quarter guy. We'll take it. Okay, let's get another one, dude. I want a multi-pick game so bad. We do get a nice little hit stick, but that'll wrap it up. No more action for our guy, but another real solid game. I actually can't believe we're 5-0 right now, but we're taking on a fellow undefeated team in Jacksonville today. The Jaguars do have a pretty run-heavy offense, so we gotta take our chances when we get it, and that was one right there. I'm realizing that the easiest picks to get at linebacker are curl routes. I gotta start looking out for him a little bit more. The curl route is something I've struggled with just a little bit in my road to glories. Took us a while to get him figured out for Nick, and the Jags have just put together a slow, steady drive, finally punching it in for the touchdown. We're gonna need some turnovers today, but for one of the first times this season, we're just really struggling on defense, and Stringer's not used to guarding the seam. They expose him on that drive. Worst half of the season for the boys. Well, offense gives us a shot to start the half. Okay, got to at least come up with some stops stops. A turnover would be beautiful. And Stringer's been getting tackle shedded more than I would like to admit this season. Well, on third down, we're going to get a big sack. There we go. And offense coming through to tie it up. And we head to fourth quarter, which has been Stringer so far. Let's see if the boy can make some magic here. It looks like the Jaguars still want to run it. And looks like they're going to go play action here. But we sent the blitz and it hits. Lawrence goes down. And now we've got a huge 3rd and 14. Stringer split out wide. I got to try to bait a little something up here. We're going to go Nick Sabaka style. And oh no, dude. I forgot that Stringer is slow as hell. Tried to bait it up for the pick. And instead it could be a game-losing touchdown. Well, offense is having the second half of their lives right now. We'll see if we can clutch up one more time. And the clock management, a little bit questionable. They're not using their timeout for some reason. And with 1 second left, they're going to snap it for a Hail Mary, just dumping it off. All we got to do is make the tackle, and we are headed to overtime again. Last overtime went pretty well for our guy. We'll see what happens here, and oh, dude, we were almost on that. I know the Jaguars are going to try to run the ball, and Lawrence is actually going to keep it here, and oh my god, he fumbled it. We just got to try to fall on it, but Stringer can't do it, and that is just a killer. Not going to be a sudden death situation, but the Jaguars could kill some clock. We can't let them get another inch, man. Luckily, they're still passing it. Stringer trying to bait up the in route, and they just have the out wide open, but I guess he didn't get his foot in. All right, so we'll have a gigantic 3rd and 10. Let's see what we got. Looks like they're going to go over the middle, and oh my god, dude, Stringer was right there, but I overran it. It should have been a pick. And for the second time this game, Stringer gets beat in a critical situation. That's actually so painful, dude. A sack will maybe give us a shot, though. And okay, once again, Stringer's gonna be manned up on the outside. We have no choice but to try to bait this up. And okay, Lawrence got screamed at. We are at the mercy of the sim, and offense ties it up. Oh my god. And it looks like we're headed to a second overtime, which I didn't think was possible in the regular season. Can't help but feel like Stringer's gonna get another chance to make a play here. It's 3rd down already. Gotta get offense the ball back. Let's see. They're gonna go with a curl, and dude, Lawrence is just gonna chuck it up top. They are going to somehow catch that. Are you kidding me? We're gonna have to try to get a turnover, but it looks like they're just running the ball. And they must be kicking it because Stringer's coming off the field. Yep, they do kick a game-winning field goal, and Stringer is beside himself. Had multiple chances to make something happen that game, and basically got beat for a game-losing touchdown. That's a tough way to take the first loss for sure, but the good news is through 6 games, this season's gone a lot better than expected. 5-1 is not bad. Need to bounce back with a win against the Commanders, and Stringer's gonna start this game out with a hit stick. That gap just opened up perfectly, and here on first down, Stringer's coming on the blitz, and he's gonna get the sack. Let's go. Not something we see a ton from Stringer, but maybe we'll have to start doing that a little bit more often. That'll lead to a nice 3rd down stop. And offense has got us out to a slim lead going into the second half. Not a lot of action for Stringer apart from that sack. Need to find a way to get a stop here, and Daniels is for some reason just gonna take off. That was a pretty weird call on 3rd and long. And offense goes and gets a big score, giving us a 2-score lead. So now we can just do what Stringer does best and try to bait some stuff up. Daniels has been so antsy though, and Stringer's gonna get another tackle. He's had a solid tackling day just playing the quarterback run and gonna get another hit stick. This game is pretty much over, but I want to stop Washington from getting into the end zone anyways. The Commanders are gonna get one last chance on the goal line, and they'll just throw it up as we get the pick. That'll do it for this one. And Stringer didn't do anything too crazy, but led the game in tackles and had that sack. We'll take it. So we head to Arizona next. Offense starting it out with a nice touchdown. We're gonna be taking on Kyler Murray today, and I'm expecting this dude to scramble. That's exactly what he's gonna do here, and Stringer's on it. Stringer's tackling, I feel like, has just continued to improve throughout his first season in the NFL, and we see him sitting dude down here. But here we see the boy out wide guarding the running back, and oh no, dude, I baited it up too much. It's been a little while since I played corner, and that was not ideal. If we played that better, it could have been a pick. Instead, it'll be a big touchdown. Stringer has made some mistakes in these last few games for sure. Stringer's gonna have to find a way to make up for that, man. That was a big play, potentially changed the entire course of this game. We just can't have that. Stringer has done a pretty good job of playing run defense so far, racking up the assisted tackles. It does kind of annoy me that it doesn't show your like full tackle stats in this graphic in the top right. I miss how tackles were recorded in NCAA 14. And just like that, we head down to the 2-minute warning in the first half. Gotta come up with a goal line stand here, but Arizona going heavy, and we did not have the personnel to deal with that. Easy money for the Cardinals. Man, we cannot lose to this 1-7 team. We gotta get it together. Looks like the Cardinals are gonna try to pass it here with a minute left in the half, and Stringer up in man coverage, baits up the out and gets the pick, but bro, they're gonna give us a stupid pass interference. That's actually so brutal, man. man, would have totally flipped this game around. I was expecting dude to run a corner route there, and we just didn't quite have the right angle. And now the Cards have a chance to get a field goal. We're just sitting in a cover 1 on 3rd down, and Kyler Murray is not going to get that off. We get a big sack. Something's going to have to change in this second half, man. Stringer's sitting in zone coverage here, and oh my god, dude, that should have been a pick. Somehow the ball gets away from him, and we are just getting some brutal breaks in this game for whatever reason. The Cardinals could take a 2-score lead here. Stringer has continued to do a good job of stopping the run and lays down the hit stick on 2nd down. All right, so 3rd and 1. Let's see what we got. They're going to go to the air, and oh man, we weren't able to knock that out. That's killer. I have like the man coverage though, so we're going to stick with it, and Cards going with a little play action here. Stringer lurking up underneath and is going to get tried. This time he does get the pick, and that is huge. Just gonna barely keep us in this game. I wouldn't say Stringer's made up for his mistakes just yet though, but hey, Caleb Williams going down and getting a 93-yard touchdown drive. That's what's up. Let's go get one more turnover here. Kyler Murray's actually going to keep the ball on the read option. Stringer's going to have to track him down and lays down the hit. I will say the way hit sticks look in this game are pretty weird. We'll head into the 4th quarter tied up at 14. Arizona's threatening to score, need to come up with another play somehow, and I was trying so hard to bait up that little hitch route. Stringer's got to be on his best here. This time we're sitting in the zone, and I see that crosser coming open. Stringer is able to play it, and thanks to his height, gets a huge pick. And just like that, the momentum's flipped back to us. We get the touchdown, and a 2-pick game for Stringer feels great. Should be like 3 or 4 actually. This game is far from over though. Arizona's been moving the ball pretty consistently, and Stringer baits up the curl, but dude, we were just an inch away from taking that back to the crib. Instead, it's going to be a solid game for the Cards. So Arizona's got us right where they want us, but Kyler Murray's going to go to the air here and throws a pick. Let's go. This is going to go back the other way too. And this defense continues to just make huge red zone plays, but offense can't quite kill the clock. With just over a minute left, we got to be careful, need to keep everything in front of us, and Kyler Murray taking off again. Stringer kind of got shook off. They credit us with a tackle though. So 2nd down, Arizona's got 1 timeout. They're not going to use it here, but we get Murray in the backfield again. That's big. So with just 48 seconds left, the Cards have a lot of work to do with 0 timeouts, and they're just going to dump it off. This is stupid, dude. They're going to have 4th down, and a ton of time comes off the clock. So on 4th and 2, we just need to keep things in bounds, and going to the other side, we get the swat, and that'll do it. We're going to get out of here with another clutch win. Apart from that one messed up play by Stringer, we played great on both sides of the ball today, and Stringer did, I think, make up for it, ending up with 2 picks, and got 9 total tackles on the game, leading both teams. Stringer's efforts haven't been quite enough to land him on the MVP watch, but he is currently leading for overall defensive player of the year in the NFC. And sitting at 7-1, we're leading the NFC right now. So next up is the Patriots, and I wasn't able to change the camera angle in time, but Stringer is actually going to lurk this up and get a pick on the running back. We will take it, I guess, to open up the game. And offense tops it off by cracking it open with a touchdown. We're looking great, and Stringer is figuring out these curl routes, going to get another pick, and can we take this to the house? I can't see with this stupid camera angle, so we didn't take quite the right path, and we're going to go down at the 2. But still a big play for the boy. That was about as good of a first quarter as Stringer could have asked for, and it looks like we're probably not on upset alert this week. The Patriots are putting together a pretty solid drive here, and we're sitting in the cover 1 again as Stringer baits up the in route, and they just throw it right to him. I have realized that just playing straight up cover 1 might actually be the best way to get picks at linebacker. Your dudes in man coverage give up just enough room to let those receivers get open. We're still sitting at 14-0 headed into the second half, and I do want to just get a couple more big plays for Stringer before it's all said and done. We gotta just make sure we keep these dudes at arm's length. Can't let them back into the game here, and we do get the 3rd down stop. For some reason, they kicked a field goal, and offense goes and pretty much puts a lid on this thing. I do just want that one last pick for Stringer, and trying to beat up the slant. My god, he almost caught that. And no other action in that one. We get out of there with a nice dub, and one of Stringer's best games of the season for sure. And 9 games deep, Stringer's now sitting at 10 interceptions. The numbers are overall looking great. A lot of people in the comments have been questioning Stringer's tackling ability, but Stringer has led the team in tackling on pretty much every team he's been on. I know he's a middle linebacker, but still. So now we got some rivalry action, taking on Jordan Love and the Packers, and he's keeping the ball here. Sit down. I don't know what to expect in this one. In real life, the Packers have had the Bears number, but on this game, I've typically dominated the Packers. In the Knicks series, they ran an offense that was just really easy to get picks off of. We do have a 3rd and 4 here, and Green Bay going to the sideline. We had a guy right there to make a tackle, but he walked right by Tucker Kraft, and that'll be a touchdown. Not a super ideal start to this game, but offense answers right back. Okay, this Bears offense has been such a pleasant surprise this season. game. But we are having a tough time dealing with the Green Bay offense. They've done a great job of just staying away from Stringer for the most part. They're really going to the sidelines a lot. Can't give up down here on the goal line though. We've been really good in the red zone, and we'll see it again here. We just find ways to force turnovers down here. Our cornerbacks have just been really good in this situation. Unfortunately, this time around offense turns it over, so Green Bay's got the ball right back deep in our territory. I have been surprised at how little the Packers have run the ball so far, and they're not going to start now, going to the end zone again, and this time they'll get it. Thought we were about to come up with another stand. Offense did do their thing to start the second half, so we got a tie game here in the third quarter, and actually they killed pretty much the whole thing, so we head to the fourth. You'll notice Stringer has a D+ grade right now. I think just as a result of not doing a whole lot and this defense not being able to stop a soul, Green Bay just gets into the end zone again. This game's actually turned into quite the shootout. We need to find a way to come up clutch. This is a huge game for our division, and Stringer almost just lurked up that curl for a pick six. He has had a lot of near misses on picks in this game, and that was one that we really could have used because we just cannot play man coverage against the Packers. I shouldn't be calling it so much, honestly. Green Bay's in a situation where they can just try to crush the clock, and going with a stretch here, Stringer was not able to get out there, took a bad angle, and that could potentially be the game-winning touchdown. It'll be up to the sim. Let's see what we've got. Offense is gonna do their best, and oh my god, they went for two and won us the game. You gotta be kidding me. I was expecting almost nothing from them this season, and they single-handedly got us this one. Stringer just didn't do anything in this one. Stringer just didn't do anything that game. So after the huge win, we got yet another big game taken on the Vikings. I should mention, Aaron Jones, according to the little cutscene thing, called Stringer out before this game. So we'll see if Stringer can lock him up. You see how much taller he is than him there. It's easy to forget that Stringer's 6'7", especially since he moves like a guy who's about half his size. The Vikings have been moving it slow and steady so far. They're definitely more run heavy than Green Bay, and we sit down Jones there. Minnesota is going to get it down to the goal line, and an absolutely great cutback by Aaron Jones there. Stringer probably should have been there to make the tackle on that one. Offense wasn't able to get anything, but they do leave us with great field position to try to get a safety. It looks like the Vikings are probably just going to run it on third down. I sent Stringer on a pass blitz in hopes that he could get a sack, but that should go ahead and take us into the second half. And after last week's shootout, this one's a defensive struggle. Stringer just has to find a way to make an impact. He hasn't done a lot in these last couple games, does get a nice tackle there. I think they gave us the TFL on that. But on third down, we've had problems with these teams just going to the sideline. They don't want to come over the middle to Stringer. Those multi-pick games seem to have given him a little bit more notoriety, and Minnesota just keeps on driving it, and Minnesota just keeps on driving, running a clever play here, and that was technically Stringer's zone. I didn't see that coming at all. And offense turns it over. This is not good. It looks like we're heading for our second L of the season. We got a third down, and they're actually just gonna run it right up the middle. Wasn't ready for it, but we do thankfully get a tackle. I think we're probably screwed though, and yeah, offense gets nothing. That's tough. And we are indeed gonna finish the game with 0 points on the board. Can't hate on offense after what they did last week though. Another game where Stringer was unfortunately pretty much a non-factor. Had 6 assisted tackles, but no picks. But we gotta move on. Now we got an even bigger game against the Lions. Looks like they have dropped a couple of games. Today could be another struggle for the defense. Lions are already driving it, but we do get a nice third down stop on the goal line. Offense got nothing on their first drive. Lions already have the ball back, but going with a play action, Stringer is screaming on the blitz and gets the sack. Let's go. Goff was just a sitting duck. And finally, he gets a nice little stat there. Unfortunately, offense has continued to get blanked, turning it over again. And I feel like defense has really been doing its part so far, honestly. Stringer's been having a pretty good game, even though he hasn't gotten tried and pass coverage yet, and gets another tackle for loss there. Detroit's gonna have a third and goal all the way out at the 18. We're sitting in the cover 6, and they're just gonna try to go with a slant for some reason. Easy picking for Edmonds on the other side, and defense comes up big again. Offense is sadly just on a real drought after I sung their praises with that Green Bay game. That's fine though. Let's win a game with our defense. We've been great in the red zone and getting a big knockout on third down on that one. And there it is. Offense finally gets a touchdown right at the perfect time. A 1-point lead is not super secure though, and in the cover 3, they're just gonna slice us up already in field goal range after one play. This is one of those times where we just desperately need someone to come up with a big play, and Stringer is in the flat here and will bait up the corner route, getting what could be a game-winning pick. Let's go, man. The pick drought is over, and all offense needs to do now is kill a minute of clock. But They can't quite do it. They give the ball back to Detroit, and they got it at the 47. I think that the move is to send a blitz here. We're going to go ahead and try it. And on third down, they go play action. The blitz doesn't hit. Where's Goff throwing that? Tell me. No, bro. The Lions somehow get a touchdown. Absolutely brutal. And we are going to take a second straight loss for the first time this season. We've got to get back on a winning track against the 49ers today, and they're running this weird little motion play. Looks like it's a screen, and Stringer is there for the pick. Let's go. I don't know what they were doing, but we'll take that. Just like that, we're out to a 3-0 lead. I feel like it's going to be a big game for Stringer, and he's going to get another one here. They were trying to go high-low, and Stringer just baited it up beautifully. This is what we needed to see from the boy, but offense not doing a good job of cashing those in. So despite the 2 picks, we really don't have all that much of an advantage in this game. Seems like Stringer's going to have to make some more plays, but we do get a nice third down stop. And offense finally gets a touchdown this time around. The 49ers are going to try to score, it looks like, before the half, and Purdy's going to get out of the pocket here. Stringer tracking him down and laying a hit on a weird angle. Maybe could have been a sack if he was a little more aggressive. And we're guarding this out route here on third down. Man, I thought he was going to throw that. But offense gives us a beautiful 17-point lead coming out of halftime. San Francisco is going to have to turn this around quick to get back in it, and they are going to start out the fourth quarter with a rushing touchdown. But it doesn't matter. Offense answers right back, and only 3 minutes left for the 49ers. And we are going to get out of there with a nice little dub on the road. A solid game for Stringer. Didn't get a chance to do a whole lot tackling wise. The 49ers were surprisingly pass heavy today. And after the dub, kind of surprisingly, we're sitting at the #1 seed in the playoff projections. And we got a big rematch against the Vikings on the road. This is a massive, massive game. And offense looks like they're going to have a better day this time around. We need to do a better job of stopping this Vikings offense this time, and Stringer laying a big hit on Aaron Jones to start it out. But these dudes have already got it down to the goal line, and Stringer trying to bait something up here, did not see that crosser coming open, and Jordan Addison gets in for a touchdown. Not the start we wanted to see from this defense at all. It looks like JJ McCarthy might kind of slice us up again, but going into halftime, we got a tie ball game. Could be a lot worse. We're sticking around, but man, we just need a big play. Stringer's got to find a way to do something. One pick is all it takes to totally flip this game on its head. They've just been staying away from our boy. Defense has at least done a good job of slowing the Vikings down, but my God, what is this? They're going to go with some kind of double pass, and somehow this works out perfectly. Aaron Jones is not only going to catch it, but he's going to get all the way down to the 4. Absolute killer play call from the Vikings. We got to try to come up with some goal line offense, and JJ McCarthy scrambling, but Stringer sits him down. You got to fumble that, buddy. Force fumble there actually would have been so clutch. And we do stand up on 2nd and goal. So a huge play here. Let's see what we got. Looks like a stretch, and Stringer can't get off the block. Aaron Jones fights into the end zone, and the Vikings take the lead. But offense once again coming through. That's big time. Just need one stop from this defense, and Stringer is late on the curl route. I'm going to try to strip it, and we actually get the fumble. Let's go. Stringer finally forces one, and we pick it up. The big play we've been waiting on. And offense is going to get a touchdown. Bang. Now we just got to lock up for 2 minutes. JJ McCarthy looking a little bit flustered is going to try to get out of the pocket, and Stringer's on it for the sack. He has fought hard to make an impact in this game, and oh dude, we could have baited up that curl. Instead, McCarthy's going to go down for a sack though, and that'll bring up a 4th and 16. Last chance for the Vikings. Let's see what they got. They're going to go with a corner route, and the other side is going to be short. I wasn't sure if they got the first. Looks like they were just a few inches away, and that'll do it for that one. We get a clutch dub. The numbers weren't crazy from Stringer or anything, but that fumble was the play of the game. And now another big game. We got the Lions, and it's snowing in Chicago. This should be fun. I do love me a snow game. We'll see what we can do against Goff today, and he's going the other way. We're gonna get a pick, and let's go. This is gonna go back to the house for a touchdown. Jaquan Brisker making a huge play. We are off to a great start, and the defense is looking all around solid. Offense has been doing their thing as well in the first half. All we got to do for the rest of this game is slow the Lions down, and they really have done nothing on offense. Going into the fourth quarter, these boys aren't really showing any signs of urgency, and Stringer gets a knockout. I'm surprised he threw that. Let's try to bait something up here. 3rd and 20, and they're just gonna go screen. Okay, I guess that's fine, but we will see him actually go for the 4th and 20. Okay, let's see what we get here. Looks like they're just running like a spacing play. They actually did get kind of close to the first down, but once again just a few inches short, and that should pretty much do it for this one. I do want to get Stringer a pick before before we get out of here, and with 2 minutes left, he's matched up against Gibbs out wide and baits up the curl route. Let's go. That's a tough route to get figured out in this game, and this is, of course, going to go back to the bank. You can go ahead and hand Stringer Defensive Player of the Year right now. And the number 1 seed is starting to look more and more likely. 2 more games and we got that bye locked down. And the snow's been coming down in Chicago, I guess. We got another snow game against the Seahawks. Stringer's going to be going up against Kenneth Walker today, and on his first tackle attempt, my god, dude, he got absolutely put down. Stringer's got like a high tackle rating too. We're going to have to bounce back, and the Seahawks haven't been doing too bad of a job on O so far. All right, Stringer's going to get another chance here. He's baiting up the flats, and this time he will sit down Kenneth Walker. Let's go. So that brings up a 3rd and 8. We're matched up against Fant on the outside. Let's see what we got here. Looks like it's just going to be a screen, and Stringer's once again going to have to make a tackle, squares up Kenneth Walker and forces him out of bounds. But the Seahawks are actually going to go for this 4th and 1. Let's see what we got here. Looks like it's actually going to be a pass, and we scream in there at Geno Smith. Big time stand from this defense. We got a nice little 11-point lead coming out of the half. Offense has gotten something figured out in these last few games, which is great. I was a little bit worried about how they'd fare going into the playoffs, but all in all, I'm really happy with how this team's come together. The Seahawks have an answer though. They find DK Metcalf in the end zone, and this could get interesting pretty quick. And offense doesn't kill a lot of clock, so here we go. Seahawks are going to have to go 95 yards to win it. We'll see how this goes. I was unfortunately not ready to defend the seam there, and DK Metcalf going to carve us up again. Seahawks already closing in on field goal range. Stringer's going to be matched up against him here and trying to bait up the seam. Geno Smith is going to go down for the sack. That's big. That could potentially knock the Seahawks out of field goal range. We'll see what we get here on 3rd down. Stringer split out wide, and oh no, dude, they're testing him. He needs to make a play and was behind it, but gets the knockout, thank God. The boy is still like not over 90 speed. And now we got 4th down for the game. They're going to go to the seam though, and somehow there's a man wide open. Are you kidding me? So now Seattle is definitely in field goal range. Let's see what they do. Looks like they're going to stick with the pass and going to the sideline. Ooh, we got to make a play on that. All right, just got to protect the end zone. Can't give this up. And they're actually just going to run the ball, and we are going to stop them. Is the time going to expire? The Seahawks might have just killed their chances to win this game, and the clock's going to run out. We'll take it from the dumb AI. Like, why are they running the ball there? Definitely a weird game, and not really a crazy one from Stringer. He was just kind of average. At this point, we're all about the wins though. And here we go. Time for the final game of the season against who else but the Packers, and the snow continues to fall in the Midwest. It does look like offense fortunately came to play today. Stringer's going to have to come to play too. He has had his quiet moments going towards the end of this season. Stringer is getting off to a nice start with the tackling, picking up a few early on this running back. But the Packers are driving the rock. We've continued to struggle with this offense, and they will get it in with the ground game. This is feeling like a game where Stringer just has to make a big play if we want to have a chance to win. He's usually been good at catching interceptions and stuff in crucial moments. We'll see if he can find a way to do it in this one. And here we go. 3rd down, need to make a play, and the Packers are just flooding the middle of the field. Stringer couldn't cover all that, and they are going to pick it up and keep marching. We have to at least stop these guys for a field goal. I feel like offense could give us something eventually. We just got to give them a chance. This defense really just hasn't been able to get off the field. I know the Packers don't have that many points, but they've been so consistent driving it. And we got another 3rd down. We need this one desperately. Packer going to go with some in routes again, and Jordan Love is taking off. Stringer's going to have to chase him down, but can't do it before he picks up the 1st down. That is brutal. And now it's looking dire. The Packers have it down on the goal line. Love is rolling out, and Stringer's trying to chase him, but he throws on the run, and it's a beam. Packers take a 2-score lead, and we are going to need a great 4th quarter to pull this one out. But okay, step 1, offense gets a touchdown. That's huge. Defense just needs to come up with one big stop, and we're sending the blitz here. Stringer read that perfectly, but can't quite get the interception. Damn, dude. Okay, at least we've got a shot at a 3rd down though. Let's see what we've got. Gotta watch out for the scramble, and gotta watch out for the middle. Oh my god, bad zone coverage from Stringer. For some reason, I wasn't expecting that guy to come around. That's brutal. It's not over yet, but that's a big one, and for some reason, the Packers are still passing it. Stringer's gonna come on a blitz here on 2nd down, and once again, looks like Green Bay might throw it. Stringer chasing the quarterback down though, and we get Love in the backfield. Okay, I think the blitz is the way to go. We're gonna send it again on 3rd down, and Stringer is just gonna scream into the backfield. It's a draw, and okay, offense, you got one chance, boys. At least get us a field goal. Let's see what we've got here. It's up to the sim, and oh dude, I thought offense had it. They can't get anything though. Stringer led the team in tackles, but we just desperately needed that interception from him. But good news, boys, we have held on to the #1 seed in the NFC. Despite a little bit of a cold streak at the end of the season, Stringer ended up having a really good year, led the team in tackles by a lot, finished with 87 and 10 tackles for loss, also had 3.5 sacks, which I wasn't expecting. 14 interceptions, obviously great numbers, only 1 forced fumble, but 5 pick sixes. This was a great rookie year for the boy. Once again, didn't quite end up on that MVP watch, but it does look like Stringer's for sure going to win Defensive Player of the Year. And we might be facing some familiar foes in these playoff games. We start out taking on Detroit, and the first round of the playoffs is of course going to be in the snow. This is like a crazy amount of snow games at this point. So here we go. Hopefully we get a similar result to the last time we played these guys, but I'm not so sure. It could be tough. With the Lions right on the edge of field goal range, they got a 3rd down, but I was not expecting the fullback dive right up the middle. Kind of a surprising call from Detroit there. And Stringer's manned up on the outside on 1st down. They just go over the middle though. Easy cash again. We are low-key getting worked on the first drive. Defense has got to figure something out, and they're going to get it down to the 1. So 3rd and goal. Stringer's going to have to try to shoot a gap, and we do get Gibbs in the backfield. Okay. So defense standing up tall down there. Good job by this defense to at least slow Detroit down, and on the ensuing drive, we're going to get a pick. That was a great jump by our dude on the outside. So just like that, we got a 7-3 lead. And Caleb Williams and the offense get another touchdown coming out of halftime. We're sitting pretty, and this defense is balling out right now. This is another game where really all we have to do is slow the other team down. Offense is doing a lot of work for us. I'm not too worried. We do have them to a 3rd down and inches. This should be pretty easy to pick up, but they're trying to stretch it out, and we're able to push that to the sideline. I figured they're going to go for this, but Stringer's coming off the field, and offense pretty much kills Detroit's hopes of coming back. So it ended up being a pretty easy divisional round of the playoffs. It probably helped that this team got so used to playing in these weather conditions. And Stringer had a nice game, but not a crazy game. This wasn't really one where he needed to make much of an impact. I don't think this next game is going to be as easy though. We're taking on Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley in the NFC Championship. If you watch the Nick Zabaka series, you know that the Eagles are a little bit dangerous on this game. Thankfully this game is at home, but I have no idea what to expect. I think the Eagles offense is probably going to be the toughest we've seen this season, but we do a good job there on the first drive. And O's got us out to a 10-0 lead. That's big. Seems like the big thing is that we just can't give up big plays, and unfortunately right when I say that, that's right what's going to happen here. Our cover 2 got absolutely smoked. I don't know what our safety was doing, and the Eagles are right back in this one. But how about it? Offense is having like one of their best days of the season, and it looks like Philly is just going to take this in a halftime. I'll take it, man. 10-point lead is way better than I was expecting. We just got to hold it down and slow these guys up a little bit. I would love if we just didn't give up any more big plays, but it seems like that's kind of what the Eagles are great at manufacturing, and they're already down on the goal line again. Need some magic here. Eagles are going to go right up the middle though, and that's way too easy. This one's going to come down to the wire, I think. And yep, offense can't score. Eagles are going to have 2 minutes to go, 91 yards. Stringer has scarcely made an impact on this game. This is where he's normally come through this season, but he just hasn't these last few games for whatever reason. He's got to step it up. I feel like his reaction time lately has just been a little bit slow for some reason. He's been letting guys get up in his zone, which he never let happen in college. And the Eagles are just moving right down the field. This is not good. Jalen Hurts just rolling out of the pocket here, and no way, dude. Look at all these room he's got. Our season could be on the line. 1 pick, Stringer. That's all I need from you, buddy. Matched up against the tight end. He got a shot, but couldn't take it, and the Eagles are at the 1. Stringer just feels so slow. So here it is, 1st and goal. The Eagles are running a ton of time down, and Stringer is trying to guard the curl. Hurts is going to throw on the run, and we get a pick. Are you kidding me? I don't know why bro threw that, but we will take it. Stringer's not even the one who has to make the big play. And the Chicago Bears are headed to the Super Bowl. I did not think we were winning that one. And honestly, not even a good game from Stringer. He barely did anything, got beat in coverage a couple of times. He's got to play better in the Super Bowl. And of course, the Super Bowl is going to be against the 90 overall Chiefs. It's time for the biggest game of Stringer's life. Amazingly, he has led the Bears to the Super Bowl as a rookie. To be fair, the team around him has done a lot of the work. He's had a great year, but in the playoffs in particular, we've really been held up by this offense. So we'll see what happens in the Super Bowl. Can Stringer lock down Super Bowl MVP? This defense is going to need the magic to come out full force in this game, and Mahomes is actually going to throw us a pick in the first half. Stringer's teammate once again coming up big. We love to see it. And hopefully this offense can follow suit. And they do. Coming out of halftime, we take a 14-7 lead. We've got Kansas City on the ropes. One turnover could pretty much end this game, but I don't think the Chiefs are going to go out that easily. Stringer, for his part, has done just about nothing this game. He's got to step it up and make a play. We need to see that Stringer that we saw at the start of the season, who just continually delivered in the clutch. As this game has just rocketed by, we're in the fourth quarter already. The Chiefs are threatening to score and just running the ball down our throats. It would be the perfect time for some goal line magic, and Stringer's trying to guard the middle, but they go to the back of the end zone and they got a guy. Marquise Brown ties this game up. All right, offense, we got 3 minutes. Let's see what happens. They do not get anything, and the Chiefs have plenty of time. So this is it. This is the season right here. And oh my God, dude, they're going to the corner route and our guy got turned around. The Chiefs are going to be in field goal range already. That could kill us. It's looking dire down to the 2-minute warning. Stringer literally does not have a stat in this game, but he will change that there laying down the hit stick. If he had gotten a fumble there, that would have actually been beautiful. But instead, the Chiefs are going to keep running it. And okay, we got third down. I'll take our second timeout. It does not look like these guys have any interest at all in passing. Just going up the middle here, and Stringer will once again get the tackle. So it's going to be up to the sim in the offense. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Let's see. The Chiefs make the field goal, but offense gets a touchdown. They left some time on the clock, but that's actually crazy. We are 25 seconds away from Stringer's first Super Bowl win. Just got to keep everything in front, and oh man, I thought that was a pick. I'm not taking any chances here. We're going full man up 3 deep, and the Chiefs are just going to go over the middle of the field. That'll waste a timeout. For some reason, 15 seconds is feeling like a lot of time, and they do go over the middle again. I wish they would have burned their timeouts earlier, and this could get interesting. Probably 2 or 3 plays left for Kansas City, and they're going to get inside the 30. It looks like it's Hail Mary time, dude. 7 seconds left. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is just a straight up Hail Mary. Stringer is there trying to make the pick, and did he get it? Yes, he did. Let's go. Stringer gets a game-winning pick in the Super Bowl. That's about as good as it gets right there. The perfect time to break the drought, and the Bears are gonna take it home for the first time in quite a while. I thought we were screwed, but this team came through. Offense clutched up, and Stringer finished it off. I don't know if he's gonna get MVP in this one since he didn't do anything for most of the game, but it feels good nonetheless. I'm gonna be honest, I really was not expecting this in the first season. And let's see who got Super Bowl MVP. It's gonna be Caleb Williams. That's fine. Stringer is gonna get his one day for sure. And that'll bring us to the end of the season, boys. Be sure to drop a like and comment on the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.